What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I am recording in a KZRV warehouse. I mean, look at that. We got wood pallets everywhere. I'm getting the VIP treatment because it is a little bit chilly out. So they went ahead and set up about 20 units and powered them up inside of one of their plants. But today, I've got one of the most unique floor plans in the RV industry. And the last time I posted this, about a year ago on the short form, I think it got over 1 million views on Instagram. So I know you guys are really interested by it. It's the 2025 Durango Gold 383RLQ, and that entrance is in the slide. So one of two campers I've ever seen with the entrance into the slide. So pretty darn neat. Now, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, including a link for Funtown RV where you can access pricing and locations will be down in the description. If this is your guys' first time tuning into the channel, I appreciate you. If you guys could, hit that like and subscribe button. And for everybody, if you guys could drop a comment, it goes a long way to really helping my channel out. And, in turn, helping my family out. So I'd greatly appreciate it. But we're going to spend about 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to break this down, hopefully give you enough information to find out if you're actually interested in possibly purchasing one of these without necessarily going to a lot, right off the bat. But it's got some incredible pass-through storage that we'll see here on the outside, because you can see right here, it's got what's called a drop frame. So the frame actually drops down to open up a little bit more head height. More commonly, it's in the bedroom to still allow you to have good storage. So I like seeing the drop frame on there. You got dual axle, but they're going to be the more beefed up version. Hopefully by now the specifications and the floor plan have popped up on the screen so you can take a look at it. But you are going to get Azdale, and I believe it's Azdale in and out of the wall. It's going to be a 2-inch thick wall with a little bit of a better insulation package right here. So it's a 4 Seasons insulation package. So I would say, if you're camping somewhere that's moderately cold, use this 4 Seasons. If you're camping somewhere that's very cold, like in Ohio or something like that where I'm from, you'll still want to skirt the sides when you are, camping in the middle of the winter. Off on the back, you're going to have a towing package, so 3,000 pounds of tow rating, 300-pound hitch rating, along with a 4-way flat. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Walking into the entrance, into the slide, still have not quite gotten used to that. But when you walk in, with the slide being what it is, with the entrance there, it allows you to have the super slide, but it just gives you so much more extra room. You also have washer and dryer prep over here to the left, which I'll show you here in just a second. But dual opposing slides, both of which are the super slide. You also have a double rack dishwasher too, which is pretty interesting. So seating slide and entrance over here, and then kind of your cooking and entertainment slide over on this side. And I like how it has a more residential refrigerator that even has a little bit of an ice maker. But let's show you a little bit of the storage, because oftentimes in videos I get messages, about the storage, and this one happens to have either a pantry or a closet, depending on how you want to use it, because you have adjustable shelves over here on this track. You also have a preventative maintenance schedule, so that way it's kind of less thinking. You know when you got to do everything based on when you bought it and kind of how you're progressing as things go on. But breaker box down at the bottom, turn this into a closet, turn it into a pantry, you're ready to rock. You also have your control panel right over here. Typically it's right when you walk in the door, but obviously there's not a wall right across from that, so you get it right over here. So it's a kind of an out of the way area. I also like how it's got a sleep timer on there. Oh, I just kind of clicked off of it, but it's got a sleep timer, which I thought was pretty darn neat. But your awning controls, your slide out controls, and then of course you can also Bluetooth connect it as well, so you can control it all by your phone. And then right here is going to be either a big old hanging closet. So kind of think of like that, at least in my house, we had the closet where all of our winter jackets and stuff that, went in there, and we might not see it because it's seasonal storage, or it's a washer and dryer that's away from your bedroom, so you don't have to worry about hearing the noise when you run it at night. You're also going to get a pretty nice shelf, whether that's like, shoes, storage, or like detergent possibly in this type scenario. The slide height is pretty darn nice as well. So not only are the slides pretty deep, but they're also very tall. So I'm 6 foot, 6'1" with shoes on, and you're probably looking at 6'8", 6'10" or so. It's also going to be a flush mount slide, and I like how it doesn't have a difference in material from the slide to the floor. And speaking of the floor, it's the kind of color that if you had the grandkids over and they're sleeping on the trifold sofa, they come in here making up a little bit of a mess. It's not going to show as easily, so I don't think you have to clean it as often. You're also going to get really nice sized windows, plus this table right here busts out into the multi positions right there. So as you can see, You can have it in 2-person, 4-person dinette, couch over to the, or I mean a desk over to the left or to the right, so you can get a good view while possibly doing some work. But you also have outlets there underneath too as well. And you got 2 more chairs, which I believe are underneath the bed or in the pass-through storage here at the moment. Haven't checked yet, but every window opens up for a nice breeze. Every window that you can see here as well. Now you got the fancy pants Thomas Payne furniture. So what I mean by fancy pants is it's not just a recliner, it's also heat and massage. Over my 12 years in the industry, I've taken many a naps in these, and the massage is kind of more of a vibrate, but the heat is really nice. I really like that feature. But you also have USB to charge up your devices, 2 different places for cups, and then you also have another little power tower right there with an outlet and 2 more USBs. So a lot of charging in one little spot. Plus you can flip this up into what I like to call cuddle mode. It's also directly across from the TV, but they're also on the quick recline, so you can lay back and take a snoozer. Like if I'm sleeping here as the guest, I'm sleeping in these versus the trifold. Personally, I think the recliners are a little bit more comfortable. You also have a good view of the TV when you sit down, and I just kind of lowered the camera just so you can kind of mimic it a little bit. The bed back here, or the sofa, is a bed, so it's going to make to a queen size. You do see floor vents in there. They use the most effective form of heating with the furnace, but they do at least cover them up, so they're not going to be too much of a dirt collector or an eyesore. Outlets on both sides, along with the countertops on both sides for all your devices. And then each window is also going to come with the half Dracula and the full Dracula. You know, stop the old skin from sizzling. Plus, you can keep some nosy eyes out, or just let in a little bit of nosy eyes. But overhead storage, it's going to be the same way all the way across. However, the middle one gets a little bit bigger. And as you can see here too, you are going to be on the soft close. So you don't have to worry about clanging and banging. If you're a little bit shorter, you're going to have a hard time getting up there. But it's a great place for like your stowaway blankets, maybe some board games, things of that nature. Flip it back around. We're back over to the TV. You have a fireplace that'll keep this entirety of this room, even though it's absolutely massive. It will go ahead and heat this room up to a comfortable temperature, even when it's about 45 degrees out. So it'll really help you save some money on some propane. You have a sound bar, so that way you can get, rocking. And then the TV is going to be on a swivel too, so you can pull it out. And even if you're sitting over at the desk, you can get a good shot of the TV itself. You also get a little bit of storage there back behind, and then quite a bit here up above. Countertops in this camper, fantastic. I mean, not only do you have the island, but you also have to the left and to the right of the oven, which obviously to the left is absolutely massive. Plus, it's going to be the solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. I also like how it has a design going through. It just kind of breaks up some of the monotony of just having an all-white countertop. But I mean, look at that. So you got some pull-out drawers. Let's see, are those on the soft close? They are. So that's nice to know. You're going to have 2 of those. And then you got a little bit of storage to the left. And then to the right, you're going to have a pull-out trash can, a junk drawer, and then your cutting board right there as well. So chop, 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 scoop, scoop, scoop. You are good to go. Outlets, 4-top burner to whip up all the fixings. And of course, you got an oven, big enough to cook up a little Thanksgiving meal scaroonie. You also have the convection microwave here as well. So get kind of double bacon with storage above, left, notice hands-free, and to the right. You also have a spice rack there too. I like that. Overhead storage here above the refrigerator, but then you also have the ice maker and your water here on the exterior, along with enough room, for a week's worth of groceries, absolutely no problem, which is always nice to have. You do have the safety latch right over here, so you flip that up. Oh, sorry. Right there, you flip that down. Ice maker, and then 2 little freezer drawer sections as well. Now over to the island. Outlets on both sides, but you're also going to have a dishwasher that's going to be one of those dual racks. So kind of more like your home would be. Farm style sink. It's also going to be the stainless steel, and you have the high-rise faucet. Whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles. Little cutting board action. And then, of course, plenty of room. If you wanted to put another trash can under there or whatever, you absolutely could. What is that? I don't know what that light's for. Well, that's cool. You also have the paper towel holder right there. So I think that's nice. So you're going to get 3 drawers. The other 2 are going to be similar in size to that, just a little bit different. I like the fan. I like the lights. You also got the steamer stink sucker 3000 right there directly above the oven. So whatever you're cooking, you can zip it in and zip it out. Also notice here on the ceiling, no AC units that are exposed. You do have the returns, right there and right there, and then another set down here. So it's going to have 3 ACs in this unit. On this one in particular, I don't know if the 3 is a standard or if 2 is standard, so you want to check on that. But I think it's nice to have that whisper quiet system, a little bit more luxurious. You also have a central vac system here as well. And then as you come up, dual entry into the bathroom. The bathroom is pretty darn impressive. One, you got the dual mirrors to check out the old bowling gun, baby. You got to check it out left-handed right there. A little bit weaker. Dropping the weight though, 292.7, baby. Tankless on-demand hot water heater, another outlet, dual stainless steel bowls, solid surface countertops, 3 pullouts just like that. And then of course you have your, your plumbing and whatnot. You're also going to have your one-piece fiberglass shell for the shower along with the Tri-Glide glass series. And I'm 6 foot, like I just said, 293 pounds. And you can see 2 of me can fit in here pretty darn good if you're getting a little funky down at the campground. 6'3", probably 6'6", 6'7", right there. So taller folks will like that. You also do have another little fan right here. And then if you flip the camera back around, you have the porcelain foot flush throne. But again, dual entry into the bedroom. So I'm going to head on over to this side. But you have a queen bed with enough room where if you wanted to, you could put a king. But it's going to be on the Murphy setup. So you notice how it flips up there at the end. You're also going to have the 3 drawers there too as well. Now moving over here, you're going to have the window that opens up along with the bed space. And then bada bing, bada boom. A little bit of extra storage. My wife would have that filled up with a whole bunch of crystals, moon waters, the works. Some herbal books, A secondary fireplace. So, I mean, really, you'd have to be pretty darn cold to be needing to turn on that propane. But you're going to get 6 pull-out dresser drawers. You also have an emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. Even the valances, nice and textured there. I think that looks really nice, but it's also not going to be riddled in staple holes. And then, of course, you got a little bit of shelving there, the Sansui TV, and then I believe this is going to be a hamper, but you're going to get a little bit more closet space because you don't have to worry about a washer and dryer, which is really nice. So, I mean, look at that. You got 2 racks, and then, so there's a light. And then you even have a shoe rack down in there. So pretty impressive closet. I think a lot of people are going to like that. But all right, guys, maybe drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm going to see if I can fish out a thumbnail here real quick, if you don't mind. Do something like one of these. Maybe give a... But pretty darn cool having the door in the slide. Maybe that would be a good one, just like this. Thumbnails are always, that's the tricky part. I used to just like take these stickers and I use the same one over and over and over and over again. But people on the internet, man, they're brutal. Send you messages about anything. But again, it's the 2025 Durango Gold 383RLQ. Now again, in case you missed it the first time around, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV, so you can access some pricing and yeah, all that good stuff. So aluminum frame construction, again, the 4 Seasons weather package, so better insulation. You're also going to have 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, but you even get things like a molded fiberglass front cap with LED lights, but more importantly, kind of creature comforts with like the MoreRide pin box, which is going to help out with a more comfortable towing experience. So more of the chucking and bucking will be, dissolved, I guess you could say, or removed, or whatever the heck it does. In here, if you'd like to, you could put a generator or something like that. It's also got your hydraulics. And then a little bit of overhead storage there. Notice that you got the slam latch doors. Propane is on the other side, I'm sorry, which leaves you with a battery spot for 2 batteries, battery disconnect, and your solar charge control. I believe this one came equipped with 400 watts of solar. But this is the part where the drop frame comes in handy because, I mean, look at that pass-through storage. I mean, heck, honestly, you could put the grandkids down in here. You got a little radio right there, Bluetooth it up. I mean, it's all climate controlled. You got your inverter box over there, but then, I mean, look at that. Pretty darn nice. 3-camera safety system, and then you got your dual outlets there too as well. The Solera 3000 series, so that's going to be, basically it can be running off the solar. And then you have your 2 tires, and I believe those are going to be the Goodyear Endurance. Little leash latch for you, and then the safe T-rail, help you get in and out just a little bit easier. But these also have the frameless windows and the tire pressure monitoring system, so that way you can see you know, basically, if your tires are overinflated, underinflated, you know, everything that you need to know there for safety purposes. Now, heading up the back, you're going to see you have a 250-pound weight capacity for a ladder that rolls up and over to the top on your fully walkable roof. So get up there, check your seals, check your slides. There's going to be the backup camera portion, and then your towing package. You're actually going to get a pull-out metal drawer right here, along with a 2-inch receiver and a 4-way flat. And that towing package is going to be 3,000-pound tow ratings, 300-pound hitch rating. So think about things of, you know, like storage totes or bike racks or, you know, anything like that. You have on the slide, you are eligible for slide toppers, and it actually comes prepped with it. So you can see the tab here and over there on that other corner. But it's basically a piece of awning that goes from here to here. It prevents debris from falling on top of your unit. And then bada bing, bada boom. Let's keep on walking, keep on walking, keep on talking, keep on talking. You got the sewer outlet connection. You got your valves that you can pull right here, your low point drain. The other side here of the 3-camera safety system, back end of the hot water, the Tankless on demandy. And then you also have your docking station. So hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, all your different bypass valves, and then a black tank flush, which is basically going to be a sprinkler system there for your poop tank, and then your potable water there too as well. You also have a power cord reel too, which is nice. You don't have to lug around that heavy cord there. You can kind of just zip it in and zip it out. It's pretty darn nice, especially if you're someone that worries about, you know, picking up like 50 pounds. The 2 propane bottles and the 1 spot are nice because you do have a flip over, so that way you can use one and then the other. And then of course your 6-point leveling controls as well. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Drop a comment if you don't mind. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button for daily RV content. I've got a lot of good stuff on here. But this is the 2025 Durango Gold 383 MLQ. See you.